Hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Aurora C-Shop Uncut Let's Play series. We're going to continue where we last left off and destroy these enemy forces. So, in the last episode, we boarded, captured, destroyed enemy vessels, and in this episode, we're going to continue to do so. But before we do that, I just want to thank you guys for your support. It's been really, really great. Again, in the description below, you can join the Discord. Talk to me, ask questions, talk to other people about the Let's Play and all that stuff. Or you can become a channel member, and that really does help out as well. So we're going to get our carriers out of there. Carrier strike group, that is. I'm going to wait for a reload before we go and attack the enemy vessels. So we'll have the carrier strike group hold your position for now. So hold. You guys are going to head straight towards here and then land and assign yourselves onto the Norfolk. And then first carrier strike group is going to hold your position accordingly. Do we have an ordnance ready from the carrier strike group? Let me have a look. Strike squadron, strike squadron. That's going to take a little bit. I'm going to be able to catch the strike group there. Okay, we're going to hold the position for now until we get ordnance back and available. Ordnance is now available and ready. We're going to detach all of the squadrons accordingly. Third squadron, fifth squadron. We're going to have the third and fourth squadron rejoin or land on subfleet, and then land on subfleet as well. Join as subfleet, join as subfleet. That's good. I'm going to give the ceasefire order really quick, and then I'm going to have them head towards the contacts immediately. They still have the Albany, so we've got to be careful that they don't use them to disastrous effects. Okay, we are now within range. Prepare to fire. First squadron, you're going to focus your fire on the Archer class. We're going to focus two of them on two of the fleets onto that. So I'll assign the fleet to there. Then I'm going to have the third squadron begin to open fire onto one of the acutes. And then we will assign sub-fleet. There we go. And I'm going to open fire the entire fleet there. Okay, missiles are away. First strike squadron, get the hell back now. Okay, head back. It'll take you a very, very short time. Missiles are away and looking good. Hopefully they destroy the Archer class here. They should be able to at least. There's about what? Good 72 missiles, something like that. 144 missiles heading towards that. Okay, we have 40. We got a load of hits onto that. 4 penetrating hits on the Archer, and we also hit the acute quite a few times here. Okay, one more salvo from into the Archer should be able to take that down pretty damn well here. So we're going to move our guys back. I'm going to move the guys back. We're going to detach and we're going to land them back on. Now, we're currently waiting for the supply vessel, our supply vessel, to hold until we can get it, until we can get the ammunition from it, because it takes quite a while to move over ammunition. So, I'm going to assign mothership. So they're going to head backwards. Looks like, okay, we got missiles incoming here. A lot of missiles incoming from the Albanese. So far, so good. The Ontario's even helping out there, as you can see. Really good chance to hit, 60% chance to hit, 68% chance to hit. What I am going to have the Ontario's do, it depends how fast away the Albanese move, but I'm going to have them head towards the Archer. I'm going to have them run it down and destroy it because it seems to be significantly damaged, and I don't want to risk the destroyers to move out, so we're going to head towards the Archer. They're able to get there in about 45 minutes. Okay, just want to make sure the distance from the Albanese is significant enough. It's going to be about 17 million kilometers. Hope there'll be a little bit more than that, to be honest. So they won't be able to see the Ontario's distance, 20 million kilometers. We're going to hold here for now until I am safe in the knowledge that they are further enough away that we will not have an issue. Okay, that is 25 million kilometers. I feel safe with that. Okay, we're going to grab the go to the archer then. We're going to have weapons ready, focused on the archer. I will give the order to open fire when available. We're going to assign that to the fleet. And this is the utility of using our interceptor fighters here. We're going to get pretty close in range-wise. We have a 30,000 kilometer range with these railguns, so we're going to just hope that their systems are damaged enough to be able to do so. We may take some losses here, though, from their Gauss cannons, so we have to be careful of that. But we should be able to take it down either way. Okay. Oof, looks like we took quite a few hits onto the Ontario too. We need to open fire, open fire, open fire. Open fire, fire control, assigned to fleet. We don't want to be right on top of them, but maybe that will be best. It's not ready, offensive weapons. Fire your weapons! Attack, shots, damage 4. Was that our hits? Looks like it. We attacked using damage per hit. And we killed it. Okay, so we lost 3 Ontarios in that, but we managed to destroy the Kirsch class there. How was the damage on the rest of the fighters? No damage on the rest of the fighters, so we lost 3 to kill the vessel. I say that's pretty worth, to be honest. We're going to land you guys back on to the mothership as fleet. Let's get you back home. We'll pick up the life pods as we advance up. I don't want to leave those life pods there. There's a couple of lieutenant commanders who are just standing by. We're going to wait a little bit here for ordnance. Looks like the enemy is firing their missiles off towards us. A lot of them, in fact. Oh, it's because I have I set them to open fire, didn't I? Yeah, ceasefire fleet. How is ordnance going? We have 100% on the spy vessel, but we haven't actually done any loaded. We haven't loaded anything over yet. Yeah, we need to load fleet ordnance. But we'll see how long that takes. We're gonna head towards the life pods and go and rescue them as best we can. Hopefully, we shouldn't have any issues in doing so. Okay, Interceptors are now back with us. And the enemy is now fleeing the field. Okay, let's rescue the rest of them. Life pods. Rescue survivors and rescue survivors. There we go. Okay, we have all the survivors now available to us. We're going to head towards the inner planets. Now, they have ships there. And let's head to waypoint 3. They have plenty of ships actually located at that area, so we do need to be careful of that. Let's head over. We could easily shoot them. The question is, do we have a salvo available to us right now? Strike Squadron, salvos. No, we don't. We need to wait for the resupply, but that might take quite a bit of time, so we're just going to chase with this carrier group. See what we can do. We are picking them up slowly on the thermal signatures, which is interesting. Yeah, it may take hours to actually do the reloading process. Now they're fleeing back to get more ammunition is my inquiry, is my theory. Replace fleet ordnance. Shouldn't this be reloading it? It should be. Replace fleet ordnance. You would really think that this would resupply and fleet. This would automatically replace all the ordnance that is required, considering it has 800 Striker Mark III ASMs on it. It's got plenty of them. I don't see why it would have issues. So just going to continue moving over. We've destroyed most of their arch classes, so that should make dealing with the point defense systems much easier. Okay, we have arrived. Let's head towards A2. Actually, we're not going to go to A2. We're going to stay back with our forces as much as we possibly can. I do not want to approach the planet if we do not have to. We'll use our carrier's range to our advantage. Yes, retooling for Bradley class is done, which is nice to know. Ordnance. Come on. Why isn't this supply vessel reloading everything? Come on. You should be doing it. Cash group. Join and load ordnance. Join, resupply, and add ordnance to target fleet. So we're just going to head over to waypoint 19. Okay, that's good for now. We're going to launch a Growler over. Growler. You are going to head towards the contacts. Head towards planet A2. And we're continuing to load all the ordnance onto these. Hopefully it'll go okay. I'm not sure why it's not loading it. It should just be loading the ordnance just fine. Complete transfer time, 40 ordnance per hour. That should be loading a crap ton of missiles. I don't get it. Okay, we have a couple of advanced classes approaching. I'm not sure what kind of vessels these are, but I'm going to stay clear. Oh, what the hell did I do there? Oh my god! Oh, for fuck's sake! I hit the button, the big button there. That's really annoying. That is incredibly annoying. Okay, well, we lost that Growler. We do have a job for the Interceptors, though. We're going to head towards one of the advances here, which is number 2. I'm going to have you deal with it. I'm not sure if they have any weapons or not, but I don't really care to know. Looks like the Albany is also on their way. So we picked up the thermal signature of that. You're approaching the enemy vessel. Okay. Now I want to be careful. I don't want to stay at range. Okay. Begin to open fire. Interceptors squadron. Open fire on the enemy vessel. Who is within 002. Assign to fleet. Open fire controls. And we are destroying the vessel pretty handily here. There we go. Enemy vessel dead. They have other Albanies on the way. These seems to be some kind of sensor craft, whatever they are. These Interceptors do a really great job at destroying them. So we're going to head over towards the next advance. So that one is the 003. Let's follow that one. Mr. Lewis cease firing on our fleet first. Ceasefire fleet. Okay, we are on top of them now. And open fire against the advance 003. Assign that to the fleet and open fire fleet. 24 armor hits. 32. And that's an advance dead. Okay, we just killed 2 of them there pretty handily. We can go ahead up and try and kill the other one. Interceptors moving out. Yeah, let's move the interceptors up. So this is the real benefit of these interceptors is these are cheap, easy ways for us to destroy these vessels without having to worry about it too much. Yeah, so these seems to be censorships of some kind. Oh, I need to tell them to cease fire, my bad. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be a growler, by the way, because the amount of times I've lost those. We need to. I'll send a censorship up to deal with that. We can send the other this growler to handle this one. We're gonna need to chase it down. We'll be able to reach it. It's just a matter of the sensors. So we're gonna head towards waypoint 20. Looks like the enemy fleet is heading towards us. Not too annoyed by that. First Intercept Squadron, how's the fuel looking? The fuel is looking fine. Head to waypoint 20. We're gonna need the growlers available for us there. How is reload? Has reloading gone at all? Yes, it has somewhat gone. Ship weapons. We have another salvo available to us. That's great news. We're gonna launch all fighters then. Yeah, we'll have the Interceptors just round up all of the stragglers essentially, and then we'll have them deal with them pretty damn well. Join a subfleet, and then join a subfleet. Good. Okay. Yeah, let's not have you just randomly try to fire at things. Let's have a look here. Oh, no, I want ceasefire fleet. We're gonna head towards the contacts. Head towards the Albany, please. We're gonna bring them down. That's what we're gonna be doing. We'll have the Interceptors finish off these advances over here and destroy them as best we can. Okay, getting within range. Okay, within plenty of range there. We're going to focus a single salvo onto the Archer class. So 003 there, that's a single Archer. I'm going to assign that to fleet. We're going to have the second strike squadron focus on the acute class vessels. Actually, the Arats. I think the Arats are more valuable targets. So that's what we will focus on. Arat 001. Assign to subfleet, and then open at fire fleet. Okay, missiles are now away. Let's get the hell out of there. But this is one of the big benefits of using fighters like this, is they can't actually see us, and so that really does benefit us greatly. How much longer will it take for you to close distance? About a minute or an hour. Okay, and ASMs are away. They move bloody fast, these ASMs, compared to our previous ones. Only 20,000 kilometers faster than our original Mark 1 Striker ASMs. Okay, that's another Archer class down. Secondary power explosion took that one out, and we managed to scrape the armor off the Arat. Hopefully we can bring that down with another good set of hits. So that brings their actual beam point defense down practically to nothing. So we're really looking for that AMM point defense at this point. Okay, now let's handle this advanced class vessel. Intercept Squadron, where are you? Let's have you move directly towards it. Contacts, advance 001. Yeah, 001, we'll head towards that. We want you to follow. And then we'll bring that class down as best we can. Okay, we are now on top of it. Prepare to fire weapons on the advance. So they have no weapons. These are definitely like scout ships, so they're pretty easy to just absolutely nuke. Firing. Enemy vessel is now down. Great news. Okay, let's have the Intercept Squadron head over now towards the next advanced class vessel. I'll have the Growler do the exact same thing. You can head over towards the advance as well. And this will make them lose sensor capabilities, which I am all for. Making sure our enemy can actually see where we're going or what we're doing. So we'll detach those and we will land all fighters back onto the carrier strike group. But yeah, this tactic is seeming to work out pretty goddamn well. The doctrine is paying off and I'm pretty happy about it. Oh yeah, we need to sort the Intercept fights out. It's a shame that we lost 3 of them, but at least we recovered most of the officers from them. But yeah, let's have them move over and kill that other advance. The enemy is continuing to advance towards us, speaking of. So we are actually going to head back to waypoint number 3 with our carrier strike group. Waypoint number 3. And yeah, we're going to try and load ordnance. We're running out of ordnance load. Like, it's time that it takes to actually load all the ordnance we need. Okay, they should be able to intercept the Growler within no time at all. It'll take them 2 hours to get towards the contact. Okay, Growler, you can hold your position, and then we'll send the other 2 in to deal with it. Or not the other 2, but the main fighter wing to go deal with that. Okay, we are on top now and prepare to open fire with our interceptors. Open fire control, assign fleet. And that is another enemy vessel down. Great work, interceptors. Now let's get you back home to the carrier strike group. And as assigned subfleet. So we were able to destroy 4 vessels with those interceptors, which was pretty damn fantastic. I will say so myself. Growler, let's get you home. I don't want you to just sit out there like that. Yeah, so this should definitely hurt their capabilities to actually hit us effectively or get more scouting information on where we're going, which I'm very, very happy for. Hopefully interceptors shouldn't run out of fuel. If they do, we'll just pick them up once our carrier group gets to them. We are being pursued at the moment, which is a bit of a problem, I will admit. Looks like Ontario has insufficient fuel, so we are going to have to pick them up. So we're going to have you guys move towards our fleet. We're going to move towards the Intercept Squadron, and we'll dock them up. Okay, Growler should be returning home. Okay. Looks like the enemy is moving backwards now, which gives us time to regroup and grab our missiles. But yeah, that's 4 enemy vessels now down, thanks to our interceptors. So that was a pretty successful engagement just now. We also destroyed another the last Archer class vessel, which means that they have a lot less point defense systems. Okay, Intercept Squadron, you need to rejoin the fleet as a subfleet. There we go, and you should be able to get yourselves reloaded and rearmed accordingly. And yeah, there we go. We now have ammunition on the impassive, so we should be able to keep up our bombardment of the enemy now. We will have to probably leave the system to do what I want to be doing, but we are going to head towards the contact once more. Okay, head towards waypoints. Head towards the planet of A2, and hopefully we can get there in time. Yeah, this combat's gone pretty damn well for us, though, considering the situation. And yeah, originally we were having so much trouble, we nearly lost the entire carrier group, but now we're just able to hunt these enemies down like they're nothing. Okay, so what do we have? We have sails, adroit class, ardent, 2 archers, which we need to deal with. But yeah, like quite a lot of vessels. Let's have a look at our information on the enemy ships. So we know the ardent. This was 16,000 tons max speed observed. The advance. So they have brought back some of their vessels of some kind. Max observed speed 16,000 kilometers. No, what's the max observed speed on this? None. Okay. So the Kirsch class, as we can see, has 2 Gauss weapons, which is interesting, and they have 8 layers of armor, which is what we're going to be needing to deal with it. Okay, let's halt. We're going to fire a full salvo towards them and see how that goes for us. So we're going to attach the strike squadrons accordingly. Second and third. Rejoin into subfleets. Join the subfleet. There we go. And I'm going to make sure, first off, that we're cease firing our fleets, because we're going to need to. And then we're going to head straight towards the enemy contacts. It seems to be the assailed. I remember that, yes, the assailed were the big problem. They had access to their 12 veil guns of some kind. Maximum observed PD, but they're not as effective in comparison to the Archer class vessels. So we're going to focus on killing the Archer classes first. Ah, they're moving away. Ah, thank you. You are making my life easier for me, enemies. As soon as we launch fighters, they seem to immediately come towards us, which is good for me. Good for me indeed. Okay, we are now within range. And let's prepare to fire. Wait, what? No, we don't have any ammunition. Excuse me? We should have ammunition. Oh, for God's sakes. Now we have to move everything back again. I should always check this, but I never do. I never do. Okay. Now, we want to draw them out as much as we can, though, because combined they are something that's going to be hard to get through point defense-wise. But separately, we can handle these enemy forces pretty goddamn well. It's painful all of our losses that we take, but considering the fact that like the amount of damage we've done to them, I'm actually pretty happy. Our KD ratio is probably pretty damn good, I will admit. Land on the side of the subfleet. We're going to need to rearm and reload our vessels. So we're just going to wait here until we have ammunition on all of our ships. Okay, so the impassive doesn't have ammo, but the supply does, so we're just going to have to wait here, I guess, for a little bit. So I'm just going to wait for quite a few hours now until we get everything reloaded. We may stay here a few days as well. And yeah, let's have a look. The impassive now has some of the ammunition, and we've loaded up the aardvarks, so we're going to send them out again for another strike. We'll probably have to leave the system at some point, but we're going to do as much damage to our opponents as possible before we do so, because fuel is expensive, and I don't want to waste it as much. Actually, fuel is really cheap at the moment because of the amount of fuel we're actually bringing in. Okay, we've launched. Got our life pods. Ah, yes, they moved out of range, haven't they? Head towards the second planet. Okay, as soon as we launch fighters, they seem to immediately come towards us, which is very interesting in their behavior patterns. Okay, first strike squadron, you're going to head towards contact. So you're going to head towards... Oh, we've also picked up their ground force signature. They have 29,000 tons, so estimated tonnage is probably about 90,000 tons worth of ground forces. What is Greenbridge, by the way? Greenbridge A2, that's a desert mountain world. Ugh, it's not a good world. That invasion is going to be a tough one. A very tough one. We also don't know if they have any surface to orbit weapons of any kind, which could be an issue for us. Okay, we are now within range. We're going to get a little bit closer. Okay, we are completely within range now, preparing to fire. We're going to focus our fire. Okay, let's have a look. What do they have? So they have those 2 Albany classes. I'm going to turn off group contacts for now, just so I can have a look. So Albany 006. We're going to focus on the rats. I believe we focus on the 004, so we're going to focus on that one again, I believe. I do want to actually check that. Is there a way for me to check that? Advanced attack report, secondary power explosion. Yeah, that was good. I want to know though. Yeah, no, we did that damage. We did that damage. Okay, we launched nuclear detonation. It was the rat 001. That was good that we now know that. So I'm gonna have 1 squadron focus fire on them. So we're gonna assign that to fleet. And I'm going to have the 2nd squadron focus on, let's go for the, we'll go for the 2nd Arat vessel, and we'll assign that to the subfleet, and then I'm going to assign the 2nd Arat vessel and assign that to subfleet. So make sure we have that properly assigned. Would that not assign subfleet? Oh, now we have to redo all of this now. Arat 002 assigned to subfleet, and then Arat 002 assigned to subfleet. And there we go. Okay, now we're going to open fire fleets. Weapons are not ready, and fire. Missiles are away. Let's get the hell out of here. Head back to the carrier strike group, and missiles are lovely, lovely away. Hopefully they'll do a nice impact for us here. Okay, and that looks like we just killed one of their vessels. Yeah, very nice. A secondary magazine power explosion of 1392. I was correct. These are the AMM vessels. Fantastic news. We also managed to penetrate the armor of... Oh, interesting. Okay, so we fired... We hit the Arat 022 and we got a lucky shot into its into a power system, and it blew up the magazine. And so even though we were focusing on the Arat 001, we actually managed to destroy the AMMs there, which is fantastic news. And the Albanese are now going slower. Interesting. A lot slower. They've slowed themselves to keep up with the other vessels, which is fantastic news. Okay, they just fired their missiles towards us. But good, we just turned down that Arat vessel. There was Arats, which we can take them down pretty damn handily now. Oh, we got fire on us. We're getting shot at. With those missiles. I'm just gonna make sure that we rejoin everything correctly here, because we do want to fire again, of course. Let's have you rejoin the carrier strike group. Join as subfleet, and join as subfleet. And then we wanted to join as subfleet again. There we go. A lot of AMMs incoming. Okay. I feel pretty confident, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the Interceptors, and I'm going to then assign them to as a subfleet, but as not docked. We're going to make sure they're on point defense, though. They're actually on point defense, because, we don't want to... I do not want to risk anything. Ooh, the Aardvark Block 2 has just fired AMMs, which is interesting. I thought you guys to dock. You should be docked. Oh, you joined at a subfleet. Well, at least you fired your AMMs for defensive purposes. That is admirable. We'll have to detach and then rejoin them, land, and assign mothership as subfleet. Strike squadron, land and assign mothership as subfleet. There we go. But yeah, it looks like our Guardian AMMs are going. And we managed to destroy 20 missiles with those, which is always nice. We launched like 72, and we have a 29% chance to hit with our AMMs. Okay, we managed that one. Looks like we managed that one as well. Hit chances pretty damn good. Ontario's are also helping out a lot, being a lot more accurate in their fire compared. Taking that one down. We're destroying so many of these missiles. More energy weapon impacts. Great news. And yeah, let's just go through all these. Boom, boom, boom. And we just ate all of those enemy missiles, which is fantastic. Okay. How is the ordnance situation looking on the carrier group? It's looking okay. And we need to wait, though, for reloading. We need to wait to reload. I almost pressed a 30-day button, which would have been bad. Okay, hold your position. I'm gonna hold out here. So I want to keep the Albanese alive because they only have ASMs, right? But we want to damage them eventually. We want to focus on the Arats. Once the Arats are down, that means AMMs are down, which will make it easier to hit things. And that will be the priority. We may be able to save these Growlers, which I'm going to try and do. There's only 2 crew, though. But there's Lieutenant Commander. We could try that, but it's risky at best. I don't really want to do that. Okay. Ordnance-wise, continuing to try and load. We have another strike group ready to go. Let's launch, detach, and second squadron, third squadron, third, yeah. So it's amazing what only 36 of these fighters can do. If we combined and had 2 fleets like we did originally, we could easily handle our opponents pretty damn well, I would say. Pretty goddamn well. Okay, we're going to ceasefire fleet. We're going to head towards the enemy target. This should make them come towards us, interestingly enough. If not, we'll have to do a full salvo attempt. Okay, they're within range. Okay, we're going to focus everything on a rat 001. So, assign fleets. Open fire, fire control. Assign fleet. Everyone is opening fire. Good to know. And missiles are away. I wish I could group missiles. That would make it a lot easier. Okay, strike squadron. Fleets, head back to the carrier strike group. Join as subfleet. Not join as subfleet, but move to location. Missiles are now away. Impact should be pretty damn devastating here. But their anti-missile systems are going to be pretty deadly on the planet. But we'll see. We're going to go for the Arat though. See what we can get out of that. How did that go? Yeah, they managed to handle that pretty goddamn well. 125 hits. So that's a waste. So we're going to just hold back. And hold until further orders, really. I think we're going to have to leave the system. What is our current situation in terms of our ASMs? We have Mark 2s, but no Mark 3s. Okay, we're going to go home then. That's what we're going to do. We roughed them up, we gained intelligence, and now I'm feeling pretty damn confident going forward here. So let us just make sure that everything landed correctly. We lost a Growler for everything that we destroyed, which I'm pretty damn happy with, I'll be honest with you. And that Growler was destroyed by a mistake, if anything else. Alright, head to Alpha Centauri, head to Sol, and we're going to go refuel, resupply, and load ordnance. Let's get the hell out of here. Well, that was a successful attempt at dealing with the enemy. Let's have a look at the details then. If we look at our ship classes, we've destroyed quite a few of them. The Kirsch classes, we've destroyed all but 3. There are 3 currently still around that we know of. We also know that active sensors that, and I think I've learned as well as ECM technology. Rate of fire launch velocity 4. That Gauss cannons are very strong. I will say that. Yeah, but let's get out of here. So yeah, now we gotta start planning our invasion, right? So if we have a look at that planet, we can defeat the stuff in orbit, I think, pretty fine. We just need a lot more fighters to break through the point defense capabilities. I presume they have surface to orbit point defense as well, combined with that. But it's a desert mountain world, and to deal with the desert mountain world, we're going to need a lot of forces. It's not as bad as a jungle world mountain or a forest, but it is pretty bad. So let us get. Oh yeah, my bad. My bad. The Ontarios actually just needs to join the fleet. Fleets. Land on mothership assigned fleet. Okay, yeah. I know you have a fuel shortage. I know. Fleets, move to location. Okay, there we go. Now we can go home. Head back to Seoul. Refuel, resupply. We need a lot more ordnance. That's basically what I'm getting from this. Is we're going to need a lot more Striker ASM. So I'm going to put an order in for another 2,000 here. We're going to need a crap ton of them. Yeah, that was a successful incursion. A very successful one indeed. And now the question is how are we going to actually assault and deal with the enemy? We have infantry battalions, infantry regiments. 23, 24. Yeah, a lot of these are damaged though, so they're not too useful. We also have the Marine Expeditionary Force here, but a lot of it is significantly damaged, right? Yeah, significantly damaged. Marine Infantry Battalion. And we haven't been able to reorganize it because I haven't been really paying much attention to that. Or if we just dropped Marines to assist with some other stuff, and then I don't know, we could drop like some of it just normal infantry, and then we could drop Marines in to do the damage. That is possible. We could change the tactics up a little bit there. One thing I'm going to put in is going to order more assault battalions to get those moved around. We are going to need a lot of ships though for that. So I'm going to order in more Natals. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The build cost of those is pretty goddamn significant though. Projected usage of all of our resources is going to be very, very high. But yeah, looks like colonies are looking good though. F Originus is also looking pretty goddamn good. We're going to get stuff moved over there to assist, but yeah, it's looking nice. And let's get our forces out there, and yeah, we destroyed a lot of their vessels. I will say that, a lot of their vessels, a lot more than I expect us to be able to. Production of naval shipyard completed. First carrier strike group is now back home. We're gonna produce, I think, ordnance factories at this point. We need ordnance factories more than anything, so I'm gonna produce 200 more of those. Get them underway immediately. But yeah, we also round up the advanced classes. We also destroy most of the Kirsch class vessels. Yeah, we didn't lose that many in turn for what we did, so I'm pretty happy about that overall. So I'm gonna have the salvager go and do some salvage work over in Greenbridge. So we're gonna go over to Greenbridge. Where the hell is Greenbridge here? Alpha Centauri, Greenbridge. And we're gonna have you go and deal with the signature. So there's a 29,600 tons worth of ground forces, and we do have information on what kind of ground forces they do have. So that is something. Okay, we're gonna salvage these ones. Salvage all of you. Hope the signature isn't too much here. Okay. Production of striker ASMs. Fuel shortage production, excuse me. Oh wow. We don't have enough fuel on Earth. That's a concern. Do we have tankers in these fleets? Can we move fuel down? We have a bunch of block 3s here. Tugs. Do we have any tankers that are just sitting by that are a load of fuel? No, not really. Okay, we need to have fuel moved over then immediately. We're moving all this fuel out, but I'm going to detach a couple of these boys and start having them transport fuel straight back to Earth here. So I'll have them go and sort that out. That is concerning. I don't think I'd ever have a fuel shortage to build missiles. And as I was saying, that fuel was cheap. Okay. That's going to take a few days to fully refuel. Carrying in B-class, complete orders. Okay, we're going to have you go and transport fuel. Transport fuel to Sol. Transfer fuel to Colony. Head back to this and then refuel. Travel time required is 90 days for that, so that's 3 months. It gets refueled every 3 months. That seems to work out just fine for us. Hopefully that'll be able to get us more fuel moved back and forth relatively easily. Okay, let's do 5-day increments. And we're going to continue to retool. Yes, we have retooling going on the way, don't we? So the Bradley B class, we can begin to refit vessels. So Bradleys, refit those. We also have the Explorer C, the Aegis B class. Let's refit the other Aegis vessels. And then we should have, with the Senya class, we probably want to refit that at some point. I'm actually going to put on order another carrier, another super carrier that is, to be constructed. And I want to have a look at the Senya, cruiser Senya. We haven't updated this at all, have we? No. But we can begin to refit these vessels. So refit from the supply into supply B, and then refit from the Norfolk into Norfolk B, and then we'll have that get itself sorted out. Okay, 2 Cardigan B classes just finished on Earth. So I'm going to send those over. Where the hell are they? There they are. Cardigan Bs. I'm going to send these guys over to the 55 Buddhist. Join the main transportation fleet. Join fleet. And one thing I do want to have a look at, we need to produce some more Ontario class vessels. We need 3 more of these to be produced immediately to replace the losses. I also need a few more growlers as well, because we did lose those. So actually, speaking of the growlers, I probably want to upgrade them. Space Early Warning Craft. Copy class, we'll do the Block 2 version, and this will just have the better engine installed into it. Let's update the armor, and we're going to add the better engine on. So engine, 240 magnetoplasma, there we go, and then we can add in the extra fuel as well. So fire fuel, there we go. And that will just allow us to have a little bit of a faster overall craft that can keep up with our other vessels. So I'm going to go for the Ontario, the Growler Block 2, and we're going to produce 4 more of those immediately. And the Ontarios will be done somewhat shortly as well, which will be nice. 4 New York Seas completed. I mean, how many New York Seas does that bring us up to now? That brings us up to 12. So that gives us a capacity of 600,000 tons. I'm going to attach 2 of these, and then I'm going to remove the rest of them over. So you guys can carry 20 installations at a time, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to carry maintenance facilities. We're going to bring them to FL Virginis, and we're going to unload them all here, and then bring them back to Sol and refuel. That will work out. Yep, and also, what else do I need? I need to redo our maintenance supply vessels, because we're going to need to transport that maintenance supply across a lot of areas. So I'm going to make this vessel. We're going to make the B class, and I'm going to remove the primary engines, which are all nuclear pulse engines, and we're going to put on commercial magnetoplasma engine, which vastly increases its speed, and also lowers the amount of tonnage actually needed for the vessel. Yeah, 20,000 MSP works just fine for me. We don't want too many of these vessels, to be honest. So yeah, 9,000 tons. I will create that if I could. We're going to need a bigger shipyard for it. A lot bigger of a ship. Nah, we can retool for this. The Devonshire B class, and we can construct one immediately. If we have a look right now, we are producing a hell of a lot. All these are refits, and we're building all of these other vessels. That's going to sink our Gallicite down massively. It's also going to sink Sorium and Tritanium and all that other stuff. Our wealth is also going to be a bit of a concern. If we look at our wealth situation, it's really crept up. Mainly because we're shipbuilding so much and we're doing a lot of other stuff. Plus, our ground unit maintenance has really crept up to us, and I haven't realised that until just now, which is annoying. First Army Corps, 7th Infantry Division. We can ship. Oh yeah, we were gonna ship you out, weren't we, to another planet? Where are we gonna ship you out? We have Impassive, Actar. I guess Tau Ceti would probably be a good place to send you to. So that's what we'll do. Where is my Natals? Yeah, Natals. So we're gonna go over to Rice. So in Alpha Centauri, we're gonna load ground units. We're gonna load little sub units. We're gonna load the infantry division. And we're going to bring you over to Tau Ceti, and we're going to unload you onto Vigilance, and then we're going to head back to Sol. Now, if we are going to prepare for that invasion, we are going to need a lot more forces to be built, so I am going to order up a lot more infantry battalions to be created immediately. And these infantry battalions will be the meat shield that we'll be landing to support the Marine Corps. Okay, shipyard fleet complete orders. It's now orbiting that area. We're going to move you then into the fuel transportation groups. Rename you to what you want to be called. Fuel group 1. Okay. No, why are you here? No. Orbiting Sol. I want, where the hell is it? Shipyard 004 Smooth others enjoyed. Oh, you really joined it, my bad. So hopefully we should be able to get enough fuel moved over, because we have plenty of fuel. We just need to get it to the place we need to get it to, because if we look at the amount of fuel we're actually making from these, we're making 76 million litres of fuel, right? So we should be completely fine in actually moving that fuel around. We just need to continuously do so. Shipyard fleet. We need to grab the new fighters. Not the new fighters this year. Shipyard fleet. There's Ontarios here. I'm going to grab these 3 Ontario class vessels, and then I'm going to have them join up with the carrier strike group, landed on and assigned to the Impassive. And then we'll have them replace the old Interceptors that were murdered, unfortunately enough. Add you into the Intercept Squadron. There we go. And that's looking good. Okay, carrier strike group is ready in that regard. We can also probably get this strike group ready at some point. I'm gonna have to replace all that aardvark block, all that old aardvarks, but yeah, we should be good on that front. How's the fuel situation looking back on Earth? We're just so incredibly fuel hungry with the amount of shipbuilding we're doing that it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, our sodium stockpiles are really reducing, and I need to be careful of that, so I'm actually going to stop that and hope that the fuel from Impassive can do okay. We have 361 million litres of fuel on Impassive, so yeah, we should be able to get that shipped over as much as possible. Growler Block 2s were done on Earth, that is great news to hear. I'm going to have... yeah, we have 3 Growlers right now they're assigned to you. Actually 4 Growlers, interestingly enough, who we can grab and bring around. So I'm going to detach these actually. Oh, we only have 1. I'm not sure why I did that. And then I'm going to load up. I'm going to detach. And then we're going to detach. And I'm going to bring in the new Growlers for special purposes. So we're going to load those onto the first carrier strike group. Land onto the impassive, please. We also should have Quebecs available. Where are those? Fighters. No, there are no Quebecs. Did we put those in production? Yes, we did. They'll be done in 22. That's fine for now. Okay, we're salvaging though, which is always nice. On the SOFS Cormorant, you're in 55 years. Why? Come on, where are you? Orbiting naval outpost impassive. Go over to Sol. Refuel, resupply. Impassive, why aren't you able to support the tonnage? You just have a maintenance facility. Oh, for God's sakes. This is going to be a problem. A big one at that. Refuel, resupply. Head over to 55 Boothers, transfer maintenance supplies. We need to keep a constant eye on this because if we lose this without realizing, that's going to be a big problem for us. Grabmania needs fuel to be transported over. Vigilance also is fine. Impassive needs that stuff sorted out and moved over. We also need to move fuel over to these outposts. The logistics required for all of this is going to take quite a lot of work. Indeed. So that will be a bit of a bloody problem. That's what that will be. I just believe we finished at one of the shipyard fleets. So 003, 005. You're transporting? No, I was mistaken. Okay, and we're continuing our salvage operations, as we can see here. We're going for the Wreck Kirsch class. Well, no, I want you to. I guess we can head for the advanced class there. Wreck number 51. Advanced fleets. We've quite a few uranium. We also have a few beam fire controls and stuff like that. Rex, ID 51, move over there. You can salvage from that one. I want to be careful. There are still enemy warships in this area, but hopefully the signature won't be too much. We can just sneak under the radar. Hopefully that won't die. Mineral shortage and maintenance facility production. Let's have you stop that, but we now have 20 facilities on the planet. Once we move fuel and stuff, we can then support a small fleet there. Okay, and now we can begin to salvage that vessel, which is lovely news. Grab these vessels and hopefully we can get some sense technology out of them, as well as also the resources that we can recover. Okay, and what do we gain from that? We gained minerals, some galacite, neutronium, all that great stuff. We're going to head towards the number 50 advance next. Move to salvage. Let's go. Hopefully that this acts as just a low actual thermal signature from the vessel. And also there's outputting no active signature. Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to grab that one. We just trained a bunch more infantry battalions on Rice. And let's train up a bunch more brigade headquarters on Rice as well. Yeah, and we're nearly done with the army corps, which we can then move around and reassign divisions and proper things to move stuff around with, which will be good. Okay, we're going to finish salvaging this one. We recovered uranium, boronide, magnesium, iridium. Okay, that's good to know. Salvager class, we'll have you finish up by salvaging the old Ontario class vessels that were destroyed, and then we're going to head you back to Sol to unload all ship components and unload all minerals and then refuel. Okay, that should be decent. That should be decent. And now we're getting regular fuel shipments over to Earth, which is fantastic. We're continuing to gain more fuel over here though, so it's not a problem. Yeah, that's fantastic news. And we'll move that back. Get the interiors salvaged. And then we can unload all these ship components and then move them away. 4 Quebecs just completed. I'm going to assign those to the main fleet. So that'll be, these are 1,000 tons each. So that'll be 8 spaces. We're going to land that on the LACL. LCA? So now we have 3-6 Quebecs already. And we're going to load up ground units. We're going to load up the marine boarding platoons. Oh yeah, they're in the shipyard right now because we're refitting a lot of these vessels, which will take a varying amount of time. Anyway, that is where I'm going to leave the episode off. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed. Bye-bye. And special thanks to members Ulkatuiga 1101, King Strozer, Lewis Neto, Impassive 9001, and Gravmania. Thanks for your support. You're able to keep the channel going.